Thanks for staying with us. So some families reached out to us, complained that many of their awards have been posted from the NYSC to various states that are volatile. And they're very worried for the awards and their children, saying that it shouldn't be for their kids who live in certain fairly safe communities being posted to areas, some parts of the north. And they thought it was important for us to have this conversation. And I know that we did read the papers sometime where the NYSC actually did confirm that they would not send children to volatile communities. But on the contrary, some of us were actually know people who were posted to certain communities. And it's important to hear your thoughts and let our viewers call in to share their own experience. If anybody has received their call-up letters and gotten to states or places or communities where you don't feel safe about, you can call us on 081-270-53687. You can also call us on 091-390-7694. You can tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag your TVC so we can read your tweet. Now, we all know the essence of NYSC. And the objective is really to have that cross pollination of cultures, languages, and way of life where we can learn from each other. And that culture has been part of us for many years. And many of us actually have gone through NYSC. But these times of insecurity, banditry, kidnapping going on, many families are worried that many of their children are being transferred to these areas. And I'd like to hear your thoughts on this. Do you think, I don't want to say do you think they have a reason to worry, because it's almost obvious, but in the sense of the real crux of what NYSC is about, shouldn't we find ways to ensure that our children are safe, even if they are posted to these communities?
Hey, I think that now more than ever, the ethos, what made them create NYSC, is more relevant than ever before, which is to bring unity of Nigerians. The NYSC core helps people interact and appreciate culture across board. However, everything is secondary to life. The primary concern of every government is to preserve the lives of its citizenry. NYSC core members are our prize. They are our jewel. They are prime. And sadly, where can we say is safe in this country enough to put them in? So the priority should be, one, keep these people safe and find other creative ways to engender unity. Because I know that the call is.
So would you say that we should put NYSC on hold for this season, or we should still do it and then maybe reallocate these children somewhere else? I don't know, but some people are saying they shouldn't even do NYSC at all. They should put it on hold for now.
In fact, that is it. Because I have a problem with the DG NYSC not proposing a stall in the postings for now, considering the reports that are coming, and you cannot protect the lives of these children. If a person is posted to most of the states, most of those states don't have airports. Airports are still the safest means to travel. They will have to land somewhere. Traveling between Abuja and Kaduna, traveling between Abuja and any other place up north is still a high risk. Anybody can be kidnapped, and we know the records coming every day. Imagine Katsina, somebody got posted to Katsina, and you know what has happened in Katsina now, and that the governors are still negotiating. In fact, the factions of banditry that they have in Katsina as a state, based on the reports that we have, is more than 10. It's per locality. And you cannot post somebody where you cannot even ascertain which faction you'll be negotiating with per time. The students in Kaduna have just been released, and it took the intervention of the National Assembly members, according to the reports, assisting in getting them out. We had parents, already protesting. In the midst of all of this, as a DG, you would sit and say, based on this, I am advising government, we should stop this. You don't have to earn your money until by posting people. You can earn your money by advising and saying, based on what I have seen, I am saying this because people's lives are now in my hands. Right. And do the right thing.
I personally think that the NYSC should be more sensitive to the climes. A lot is happening when it comes to insecurity, and it would be unfair to just send out people's children normal, like everything is okay. because being a parent who has kids, you would not want, see, it's even difficult to protect your own children in their own local schools, primary, secondary schools. We see what happens. They come in and they take them, not to talk of you are in Lagos and maybe you have a child in Katsina or you have one in Borno. You know, you understand the stress that the parents will have to go through. And a lot of people are actually lobbying to be posted very close to their parents. So why, instead of all this stress, why don't you sit down, go back to the drawing board and say, okay, let us even do the orientation camps online. We had that 3 weeks that we attend to them. A lot of things have gone digital now. So if we're still working analog based, we are sleeping on a bicycle, like I always say. So let's do that online. Then you choose where you want to work, go there, as long as we have people who are monitoring you, seeing that you are putting in the work, and all of. For now, when everything calms down in the country, then we can continue our integration and all of that.
Let me check Ezekiel. Ezekiel, are you there? Hello, Ezekiel.
Good morning.
Good morning, you're live. Go ahead, please. Thanks for calling.
Thank you. This is the first time I'm calling.
Welcome to the show, Ezekiel.
Thank you very much. My contribution to this particular topic is that what I've found out is that most Nigerians are not passionate about ourselves. Imagine if the DG asked his daughter or his son posted to Madugodi, would he allow that to happen? I think we need to see other people's children as our own, adopt them in our mind as our own. Then we'll be able to do the right thing.
Make better decisions.
There are so many eye service going across the country. You don't need anybody to tell you that you don't have to post anybody to any state as you speak.
Right now.
Exactly.
Sorry to chip this in. I traveled on train yesterday from Ibadan to Lagos. Mistakenly, I entered the old train, which they say that government paid for from Osun State. It took us about, we left Ibadan by 6 p.m. I got to Lagos by 3 a.m. this morning. Now, on that particular road, imagine that the train was stopping on the road and we're somewhere around Ondo State and we got kidnapped.
Oh, thank you, Ezekiel. Thank you for Ezekiel for that contribution. Now, going back to what Tokwe has said, which I think is crucial, is for that national cohesion, which is what NYSC was founded upon. How else do we reinforce that with these children that are graduating? Because, as you said, there are creative ways of doing these things. But the truth is that we don't want to lose that essence, because more than ever,
we need it.
This time we need that unity.
Yes.
We need more people to see themselves as one. So how do we do that?
Okay, so Mariah, when it comes to changing the mindset of the people, because right now all we need is a mindset change where we see ourselves as Nigerians and not as a Yoruba, Edo, Bini, and Shekiri and whatever. Well, the first step is to ensure that people are aware. So you create awareness. You start by the right things. So you have priorities based on you. Before you take any decision, even as an adult, you understand your environment, you understand your peculiarities, you understand your problems, and then you make decisions that will match what you are facing. So you don't continue on a journey or on a path irrespective of what is happening around you. You'll be a fool to do that. So now that you see that because of insecurity, it will be unfair. Like the last caller said, empathy. When you put yourself in somebody's position, you will feel the pain of the person better than when you assume that this is just the right way to go. So the first step I would advise is to ensure that we start by eliminating a state of origin in any of our forms. So you are a Nigerian. Everybody's in Nigeria. We can achieve that in our homes. We can achieve that in our different offices. We don't need to come to Katsina to serve to be able to know that I am the same with somebody from that place.
Let me go on a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue this conversation and open our phone lines. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Thanks for staying with us. So I think it's important to remind ourselves that there really isn't anywhere that is safe in the country anymore. Because there's a perception that, oh, I don't want my child to be posted to the north. Well, the truth is that the east, the southwest, the south, none of this is safe. We're having issues of violence in Ebonyi. We're having from Enugu, River State, Ogun State, Delta State, even within Lagos State. So pretty much nowhere across the country is safe anymore. So it's not about posting my child to a certain region. It's now, the question is, should we post children out of their families' custody at all in the first place? That's really the conversation. Should NYSC say, let's put things on hold until we find sanity? Or should we, in the interest of unity, still let these children find some way to come together across the country? Yes, Nima, let me come to you.
Why not stop playing ostrich? We know that there's insecurity across the country. And because of that, we know we'll be putting people's lives in danger no matter where we post them now. If we take them to river states, you know, they might just be... And then these are people who are easily identified because they usually will be required within the first 3 weeks to be in their uniform anywhere they travel. So why not protect them and say, okay, for the period till we get out of this, we are going to be giving our graduates discharge letters across, you know, the areas, except those who are willing to, you know, serve in a company where we can assess them. If we cannot assess them wherever they live and you know, guarantee their safety, let's give them discharge letter. If since discharge letter is what is required,
let me take this call from Josephine.
This thing.
Josephine, are you there? Hello, Josephine.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, you're live. Go ahead, please.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, ladies.
Morning. It's greeting.
Yeah, thank you for this topic. It's so timely for me because I have 2 children that are in final year now, and I've been praying earnestly for something to change between now and when it is time for them to, for youth service. And the reason is very simple. We, like you said, previously we were afraid of being sent up north, but now where in Nigeria is safe. Like one of the, I think the former caller, the last caller said, would the DG or any of the people in government would really allow their child to be sent to any of these locations for youth service? And what is the essence? What can you compare to life? We have heard a number of times that they kill youth corpers in some of these troubled areas. What came out of them? Have we seen anybody being prosecuted for that crime? You just control the family and life moves on. These are children that their parents have invested so much into, and you are looking forward to them being in the society and being on their own. And they don't just get killed because you believe that it's important to go for national youth service. In my candid opinion, that program has outlived its usefulness, and it should be scrapped. If not permanently, till further notice.
Thank you very much, Josephine, for your views. Yes, Dr.
I cannot say that the program has outlived its youthfulness. I think that every parent would worry because of the risk of the level of insecurity in Nigeria. But I think that we don't run away from problems. We don't cut off the head because we have headache. We find ways to solve the problem. And so your question about what's the other option available? I believe that there is a lot of hate and there's a lot of negativity being spewed from young people that is shocking about other regions. It's because they don't have knowledge. And when you know someone, if I know Edo people, I didn't know Muslims until I met Nima. I know a Muslim now. I can't hate them because I know them. When you know the Hausa person, when you know the Easterner, when you know the Niger Delta Bayelsa person, you will no longer feel like, they. It now begins to feel like we are us. So the orientation doesn't need to be a physical exercise. The orientation needs to be a mental thing. And with technology, you can have your 3 weeks orientation where psychologists will design a program that nobody that goes through that program will come back thinking anybody is, anybody has, this person is, they are from this area, they're not like us. You can design a program of pure orientation that will change the mindset of everyone that goes through the NYSC, and they can do it from wherever they are.
Online.
But the lack of ability to be creative is my problem. That why would a person whose job is to do the head of the NYSC be willing to deploy people to any place right now? It shows insensitivity. Why would you do that? There's a lot of tension.
Climb rope, jump wrong, and all of that.
Is that inability to be flexible? Let me come to Ade is calling us from London. Ade, are you there?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, sir. You're live. Go ahead.
My point is this. I blame our legislators. This is their job. One of them should have moved a motion to pass a temporary law to stop the NYSC from posting all these young kids to all these dangerous places. I got a call yesterday from Nigeria. Someone was posted to Castina.
The lady fainted. She doesn't know how. The parents believe that maybe on her way, anything can happen. There's no life insurance. Nothing works. They kill them, they go and do the $1 million compensation. So it's the job of the legislator to move a motion in the House or in the Senate that they should temporarily now let them serve where their parents are. So nobody will be blamed for it. But nobody is talking. Any of the parents can go to court. I challenge this thing that the situation is not right for anything. And the children will be exposed to dangerous things, and they are on their own. Look at Kaduna. All of the family are crying every day, looking for money to pay. This doesn't make sense. Our country should work well. So I blame the legislator. This is what they are paid for, not for them to go there and be sleeping. God bless all of you.
Thank you very much. So you see, it's a lot of, when you hear people talk about technology just solves problems, makes things easier. So the truth is, we understand we need that unity. But I guess what we're saying this morning is the DG of NYSC should think of creative ways of solving the same problem in different ways. So that physical movement is what we're saying is, it might not be right now, at this time. But the truth is, there are communities that need these people.
Yes.
You know, because I know how effective NYSC postings can be in certain communities.
Yeah.
There's a primary school child whose life would change just by knowing that somebody was posted to her community to teach her. So let us not just say about safety of our children. It's important. But let us juxtapose it with the solution these children are providing in these community schools.
So first of all, are we willing to sacrifice any NYSC child because they want to provide a service to a community? Right now, we need to work with what we have. There's an adage in my place that says, "Mberede kaji amadike." That means in the heat of problems, that's when your innovation, your creativity comes out. We demand more from our leaders to be able to think on their feet. So you see that a problem has come up. What is the best solution that I can proffer that will be okay, that will make things work out? We will not lose anything, we will not lack anything, but then we're able to safeguard the lives and properties of our citizens. If we have leaders that start thinking that way, this is just a little thing, it can be solved, and we'll still have our orientation for NYSC.
I would love to take a few calls before we wrap up on this. Go ahead,
NYSC has outlived its usefulness. We cannot be attempting to promote unity through NYSC, and we are still struggling to unite the nation in appointments and in our civil service. And if we are truly interested in the unity, expunge ethno-religious parameters from our forms. Yes, and just a servant says, NYSC, now your suffering continues. That's what the government has made of it. Have you ever seen any politician's child in camp? They're all abroad. So make a topic from now till thy kingdom come. NYSC is yet to be served and serviced.
Ogumola says, NYSC is crap that should be scrapped. The purpose has been defeated for a long time now. Putting the lives of people's children at risk, bad roads and insecurities, insensitivity of the highest order. Serving your fatherland shouldn't be dangerous. Can they put their children through the same?
This one is saddening. No?
First, Pastor Kimbo Yewa says, NYSC should not be suspended. We depend on our youth to build our nation and bring social reforms to our country. NYSC is one way of achieving that. He said, my stepson just finished serving in one Sokoto village. However, youth should only be posted to safe states.
This one said, Mark Dove says, NYSC shouldn't be put on hold. I graduated since 2019. Okay, 2020 was a waste, so this is 2021. I haven't been able to get a professional job because I don't have NYSC certificate. Now, other sets have graduated and we're in the same shoe. We're piling up. Government should send us to safe states. Okujude says, my friend's cousin from Abia State was kidnapped and his body later found on his way to NYSC camp in Adamawa. To me, life is the main aim of establishing the NYSC in the first place. Everyone should be allowed to serve in the region, in this region for now.
All right, that's all we can take on this segment. And as the show is your view, so we express our views. We've opened our phone lines for people to also call in. Hopefully, we can get the DJ of NYSC to share his own thoughts on this and give us a review on this that we've shared today. Let's go on a break. When we come back, move on to other topics. Stay with us. We'll be right back.